What's up, BikeRumor fans? Today I'm going to show you all the differences between the complete SRAM Eagle AXS mountain bike derailleur and shifter lineup, starting with the brand new GX AXS up to XO1 and XX1. With AXS, SRAM created really the easiest possible mountain bike group to install. There's no wires, there's no cables, there's no fuss. You just basically bolt it on and go ride. It's pretty awesome. But it was expensive. Until now. With the new GX AXS group, SRAM brings down the upgrade kit to just $600, and that'll get you the new wireless derailleur, shifter, battery, charger kit, and a little installation guide tool. Here's what that looks like for XO1 Eagle, and all the other group's upgrade kits will have the same stuff. At $600, GX's kit is $200 less than XO1 and $400 less than XX1. So they had to cut costs somewhere, right? Well, yes, and I'll show you those things in just a second, moving up to show how they upgrade from GX to XO1 to XX1. But it's really important to know what stays the same, and SRAM made a pretty big deal of impressing upon us that all the important stuff is the same all the way up and down the line. So all three AXS derailleurs share the same motor, the same electronics, and they all share the same overload clutch. And that's the mechanism that allows the motor to decouple and break away from the parallelograms in the event of a wreck so that your derailleur doesn't get ruined, and then it automatically pops back into place and gets you right back into the gear you were in so that you can keep riding. They also say that you should have exactly the same shifting performance for all three derailleurs. All three groups use the same wireless pairing technology, so you can mix and match between all of the groups and pair them however you want, and you can even use it with their drop bar access system from the roadside to create whatever kind of monster cross, hybrid mashup bike that you want. And lastly, they all use the same battery across the entire AXS ecosystem, so they're completely hot swappable. So if you run out and you just need rear shifting to get home, you can pull one from a front derailleur, you can pull one from a reverb AXS dropper post, pop it into the rear derailleur, and you're right back in action. Beyond that, you're really only looking at differences in finishes, materials, and a few other minor details. Starting with the derailleur, the GX comes stock with this new battery cover. SRAM says they include it stock on this model because some riders were concerned about losing their batteries, and so for someone just getting into the AXS wireless universe, they wanted them to feel as comfortable as possible with the upgrade purchase. If you take a close look at the cover, it looks like it's bolted on with the B-screw, which obviously wouldn't make any sense because you'd have to readjust your derailleur every time you removed it, and it would require tools just to get the battery out for charging. Fortunately, that's not the case. This battery cover will also be sold separately for $20, and it will fit all the other Eagle AXS derailleurs too. Which brings us to compatibility. Like the other AXS rear derailleurs, the new GX AXS will work with both the original 1050 cassette with 500% range and the newer 1052 cassettes with 520% range. So this is what they launched with when Eagle AXS launched, and in summer of 2020 they came out with a 1052 tooth version that all of the AXS derailleurs were compatible with straight out of the box. So whichever one you want to run, all of the AXS derailleurs will work with either one, no problem. Moving on to the cage. The GX uses a steel cage, and from the looks of it, I'd say it's a combination of stamped and forged. Stamped because you can see the little ridges right here, but there's also some nice smooth shaping and angles here that look a bit more polished than most stamped pieces of metal. Upgrade to XO1 and you get a forged aluminum cage, which is where the majority of its weight savings come in. XX1 upgrades further with a carbon fiber cage for the outer plate and the same forged aluminum inner plate as XL. The pulley wheels are the same, but the bearings are another key difference.
Here's a quick spin of the GX derailleur, which uses standard steel bearings inside the pulley wheels. Here's XO1, which uses the same steel bearings. And here's XX1, which upgrades to ceramic bearings.
To be fair, this XX1 derailleur is well broken in, so that could have a little something to do with it, but in our experience, ceramic bearing equipped pulleys always spin a lot better. It's quite likely that this is where a lot of the additional cost comes in with XX1 too. The other main difference is hardware. GX and XO1 both use steel hardware for the main mounting bolt and the pulley bolts. XX1 upgrades to titanium hardware for all 3 locations, and the pulley bolts are hollow, which is pretty cool. Speaking of bolts, there are some cosmetic differences between GX and XO1, but they really are only cosmetic. However, I wanted to point out 2 things. The GX's upper pulley bolts in from the back side, whereas the higher end ones bolt in from the front. Another difference is the flush mount bolt that attaches the cage to the roller clutch mechanism on GX and XO1. The XX1 cage, because it's carbon, needs this washer to properly secure it. So what else? Honestly, colors? I've literally been looking at these derailleurs for the past few days trying to figure out what else is different. And like, I grilled SRAM's reps over the phone and email trying to figure out what else was different. And at first I just thought they were being coy and not really telling me, but it turns out like there's just not much else different. They really are so similar. All the important stuff is exactly the same across the entire range. So how could they make GX cost so much less? Well, trickle down effect for the win. XX1 and XO1 paved the way by helping SRAM get their manufacturing processes dialed. They provided the revenue that offset the years of research and development costs. Basically, it's because they were able to scale up what they were doing and make a few key choices about materials that they could make this happen. So, what do those material swaps really mean for weight and performance? It's worth mentioning that SRAM says all 3 derailleurs should have very similar performance and durability. Indeed, even my XX1 derailleur that I've been riding for years feels extremely solid still, and every bit as solid as these brand new ones right out of the box. You'd be really hard pressed to tell one from the other just by handling them, except for the weight. The GX rear derailleur comes in at 427 grams without the battery attached. XO1 comes in at 361 grams, which is 66 grams lighter than GX. And the XX1 rear derailleur with the tie hardware and the carbon cage comes in at 349 grams, which is about 13 or 14 grams lighter than XO1 and about 78 grams lighter than GX. But if we really want to weigh in on the groups, we need to look at the shifters too, right? Well, do we? I'd like to say there's a reason to look at them, but they're exactly the same. The only difference is the finish on the alloy section of the body. GX is black, XO and XX are silver. Yet this one, the GX shifter, is $50 less. And like, personally, I kind of prefer the black finish anyway. It's a lot stealthier looking. By the way, the XX and XO shifters are actually the same part number. There are no distinct XX1 and XO1 AXS shifters. They're both the same unit and they're just gray. So what does it all mean? Well, I have some opinions, but first I wanted to mention that all the derailleurs are sold separately without the battery. So you'll have to buy that in addition to the derailleur if you want it to work. At $55 for the battery and $45 for the charger, you actually save $20 just by buying the upgrade kit because it includes all of that plus the setup guide tool. Which is kind of the point. SRAM would prefer that you just buy the kit and make it easier on yourself. Of course, if you buy a new bike with any of the Eagle AXS groups, you're going to get the charger, battery, and tool with it. All of them will get about 20 hours of ride time per charge and only take about an hour to fully charge up. The remote uses a standard CR2032 coin cell battery and can get up to 2 years of use before needing to be replaced. Here's our take. There's really little reason to upgrade from GX other than the derailleur's weight. The electronics are the same, the performance and durability should be the same. All the important stuff on the inside is exactly the same. So if you don't mind a slight weight penalty or you just want that little battery cage to come with it, like GX will be perfectly fine. And with zero weight penalty, the GX shifter is definitely the way to go. It's exactly the same, a better color, and it's $50 less. For actual weights of the new GX AXS group with everything, including the cranks, the chain, the cassette, and the bottom bracket, hit the link in the description for this video down below, and I also threw a link in there to our mechanical Eagle group comparison and a complete overview of the Eagle AXS system so that you can see all the little tech details that went into the development of these groups. If you like this video and you want more, hit subscribe and check out the video right here of our complete Eagle mechanical group comparison so that you can see how those differentiate from NX up to GX XO1 and XX1 Eagle Mechanical. Thanks a ton for watching. If you like this video, again, hit subscribe, hit like, and leave a comment. Let us know what questions you have and we'll answer them in the full post write-up for this video.